The book. People are predicting the death of the book, the end of the book, the idea that all books are going to become electronic, and they're predicting the end of libraries. And you've created something that has to be a book, and it's set in a library. What do books and libraries mean to the two of you?
I mean, they were a huge, huge part of my life growing up. I mean, I had my head in a book for the better part of, I don't even remember ages 5 through 15. I was just in the books. And libraries are a place where the book is sacred and things are quiet, and you can go, you can sit down with a book and believe, you can sense that what you're doing is important. I would hate for that to be lost.
Yeah, and for me, I grew up in a house where there were always books, and whether it was children's books or books my parents were reading, and I obviously in school I read a lot, but the truth is that I was much more of a TV kid. So for me, Rod Serling was where my head was. While you were in the library reading books, my mind was being blown by the Twilight Zone. It was my obsession. But I do feel like for some reason the analog object, there's such incredible comfort in a book, in a physical book. And I have read books on a tablet, and it's fine. But it doesn't compare for me. And for some reason, even when we were building our production company building, I called the building the National Typewriter Company building. We have a letterpress, a Chandler and Price letterpress in the art room that we use all the time. There's something about the analog experience, not just in creation, in writing or printing, but in reading. And I know it sounds silly, but there's just something about holding the book and being able to sort of see how far you've gone, and sort of the bookmark, or if you dog-eared page. There's something about the experience of holding the book that is so comforting. And I think in an increasingly digital world, there's huge value in the tactile and the analog, and that's something that S, I think, celebrates.
And let's not forget the smell either. New books have a smell, old books have a smell.
That's true.
And they're both wonderful.
I was actually genuinely missing the old book smell. I thought this is the one thing they haven't reproduced, is that great old book smell that this book ought to have.
I've actually gotten emails from a couple of friends.
Who swear it's there.
Yeah, who swear it's, and ask me how did they do this.
Somewhere there's like an aerosol can that says "must" on it.
It's vanillin. As old pages break down, they release vanillins.